So hello video marketers, today we're going to learn all about how we can use video within our marketing strategy to make our marketing communications more effective. And specifically we're going to learn about the 3 questions we need to ask ourselves, and we need good answers to these questions before we get going. My name's Elliot King, welcome to the Start Video Marketing channel, the place for marketers, managers, professionals and students to learn all about how you can use video to support your marketing and communications strategy. So we've created a free downloadable template that goes along with this series, and you can find a link to that very helpful template somewhere in the notes below. Be sure to stay tuned to the end because I'll give you a secret little extra bonus tip. So how can video support our marketing strategy? Well, we all know that marketing is a process, and many of us will be familiar with the concept of the marketing funnel. At the top of the funnel, we need to create awareness within our target market. We need to engage the audience members within that market to bring them down into our funnel. And really what we're trying to do here is helping the audience to get to know us or our brand or our business, and to eventually to like us as a brand or a business. And we hope that if they like us enough that at some stage they will trust us to be able to make that purchase or that engagement decision, so they can actually become customers of our brand or business. So it's this marketing funnel and the know, like, trust factor that we're trying to engender with marketing more generally, and specifically videos very good at the top and the middle parts of the funnel. So video can be used to create awareness. You can go wide with video, particularly if it's supported with an advertising strategy. But what you can certainly do is convey a lot of engagement with the right content. We can connect with our audience, and it's really that middle part of the funnel where video can work very effectively. But in order to be able to do that, it needs to be a series of regular touch points. And so for that reason, modern video marketing strategy typically incorporates a series of episodic videos or episodic content at which we can create engagement and touch points with our audience base, and we can nurture our audiences that are already aware of us to come to like us and eventually trust us. And it's really where video can be extremely powerful. So in conclusion, we're saying that video works very well for creating awareness and engagement, and in order to be able to do that most effectively, we need a series of episodic video marketing content. Okay, so that's the theory, but how do we actually practically start incorporating video into our strategy? Well, a good starting point is to ask ourselves 3 really main questions, and these 3 questions are around: what are our objectives, what is our audience, and what is our messages, and what topics are we going to speak about? And so that might seem quite obvious, but let's break it down so that we can get more practical with how we're going to use this stuff. Number 1, we've already spoken about objectives, and we've said that video is very good at creating awareness and it's very good at creating engagement. And so if those are going to be our objectives, what KPIs are we going to use to measure those things? Well, it's probably going to be the number of views, the number of subscribers if we're talking about YouTube, the number of followers if we're talking about a social media channel, how much reach does our content get? And then engagement is about, how much connection is there between our content and our audience. And in terms of video, we would probably be talking about things like average watch time. So how much time on average is an individual viewer, or member of our network spending watching and engaging with our content? How many likes, how many shares would also be indicators of engagement too. So awareness, engagement, if we're focusing on using video to sell, we've got to have the appropriate KPIs in place, but being clear about where video fits in with our funnel, where it's most most important in our funnel is definitely what we want to be clear on before we start creating that content. So secondly is audience, and this is a really important one. So if we already have an audience, do we have a really genuine understanding of who they are, what their wants are, what their hopes, fears and dreams are, and can we create the content that's going to tap in to what's really important to them? So for example, this particular channel is made for marketers, professionals, communications, sales professionals. It's made for managers, and it's made for students that want to work in the marcoms industry. And we're really focused on helping you to understand how you can fit video into your broader marketing objectives. But we've got to understand that the sorts of topics that are interesting to you, our audience, are not solely related to marketing, and they're even more so not solely related to video. There will be lots of topics that are really relevant to our audience that we need to weave into and at least have an understanding of, so that when we do create content, it's relevant for you, our audience. And for you out there, you're going to understand the nuances and the specifics of your audiences, and you need to tap in to those specifics in order to be able to create content that's really going to resonate with them. So it's not all about us and all about our product. It's all about, it's all about our audience and what are they doing and what are they thinking about and what do they care about and what's most important to them. So that leads to the third area of topics. The topic of this particular channel might be all about video marketing, but how can we connect that topic with the subjects and the interests of our target audience? And connecting those things together, is what going to enable your channel to succeed. So in this video we learned about the 3 most important questions we need to ask ourselves before embarking on using video in our marketing strategy. Question 1 was all about objectives. Is it awareness? Is it reach? Is it engagement? Is it sales? Is it sales leads? Is it some or all of those things? And what are the associated KPIs that we need to be thinking about? Secondly, he spoke about our audience. Do we really understand who they are? Do we really have a nuanced understanding of what sorts of topics they really care about, what's most important to them, what's most meaningful to them, and can we create content that taps into those topics that are more specific to our audience, so that we can land our subject matter in a format that's relevant for them? And then thirdly, leading from number 2, is what topics are we going to talk about in our series of episodic content. So a series can follow a general topic, like video marketing, and each individual episode is going to zone in on a particular point of interest that is relevant to the topic, but also, more importantly, relevant to the desires, the needs, the wants of our audience. So I said at the start that there would be a bonus tip at the end. So the bonus tip is quite simply this: stop trying to produce video. Stop researching what the best camera is, what the best microphone is. Stop all of that. Go to the notes section of this video, download the template, the strategy template document. Do yourself a favor and fill in that document. Ask yourself the difficult questions that you need to answer before you can get going with video marketing. Trust me, your barrier to entry is not the technology, it's not the equipment, it's not the software, it's not the support from your managers, it's not even your knowledge. In the immediate term, the barrier to entry is: what is my strategy? What is an appropriate series of episodic content that can underpin my strategy and become repeatable and a sustainable and viable and, most importantly, effective part of our ongoing marketing communication? So if you aren't already subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. If you think that someone else can benefit from the content here, please do share it with them. And as always, comments below. We love to hear your feedback. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.